Hello, it is Sunday and I am driving down to KZN to my parents' house to do some wedding planning stuff, get some stuff together. I just had a pee break now at Montrose and I wanted to do a snack haul. I left quite late this morning, around 10 a.m. just because yesterday I was flying and I finished quite late because they added 2 sectors to my day. So I just needed a bit of a sleep in. Anyway, I had a hot coffee when I was leaving home and I'm not feeling super hungry, but I just got a Red Bull and a water. I picked up some biltong, a little marshmallow egg because it is Easter, some Haribo's jelly sweets, and some Mr. Sweet vampire gummies as well. Keegan got me this yesterday. I just brought this to eat as well. It's a crumbed spicy chicken wrap from Woolies. It's 1:30 now and I've only got about 2 hours left of the drive before I make it home. We're gonna finish the drive and then I think I'm gonna stop at my dad's suit shop and pick up his suit because I'm dying to see what it looks like. Like, this man is trying to be so fashionable, a very unique suit color and everything. I think it's gonna, I'm hoping it's gonna look nice, but we'll see, obviously. My dad's suit was actually so impressive. I loved the deep dark green color and the lining as well. We spent most of the day just kind of planning out everything that would have to happen during the traditional wedding in terms of like where the tents would go, where the guests would be. I also definitely took advantage of the guava tree in my parents' backyard. I had to pick a few fruit up to take home with me. And then we had to go to a few furniture stores to find my kist. This wasn't successful, but you know what? We've still got time to find the perfect one. Morning guys. Yesterday was such a full day of running around and running errands and just trying to get the Zulu wedding stuff together. You know, we don't even have a caterer yet, but we're doing our best. So I was able to organize what I could, but everything else I think is going to be up to my siblings and my parents to do. It's Tuesday now and I'm leaving, but before I leave Pietermaritzburg, I'm gonna quickly stop at my wedding venue just to quickly chat to the owners and then I will be leaving and driving all the way back to Joburg. So that was a super quick trip, but I think a fairly productive and successful one, if you ask me. Guys, can I show you one of the reasons we chose this wedding venue? Even turned as I'm coming. Hi guys, how are you? They're so big. Those are cool. I just love this big tree with that little swing over there, and our chapel is this right here. There she be, looking very, very pretty. I just left the venue and I passed the original 2 giraffes again, and I drove further down the road and look, there's more! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 more. This is amazing. They're so pretty and they're so chill and they're just eating their trees. Look at that. Stunning. That is insane. Bye guys. Time for me to go. Oh, you ought to be grateful. I stopped at Bergview because it just started pouring with rain, but also I wanted to stop here anyway to get a second cup of coffee. I got a dirty chai today, and then I also got myself a chicken burger and chips from Nando's. I have the last stretch of this very long drive left to go. We're about like what, 3.5 hours away from home. I'll probably stop again if I need to pee just before I get into Joburg, but for the most part it should be a straight shot. It's also just about 2 o'clock now, so I actually need to skedaddle so that I don't hit that peak time traffic. It is a very rainy, miserable Saturday morning today, and I just got to work. Now, would I rather be on the couch watching TV for the entire day today? Absolutely. But I am flying with a captain that I really like, so I know it's going to be a good day. We're flying to Georgia and back, and that's it, just those 2 legs. This morning I practiced my wedding makeup because I might do my own makeup. My niece is a makeup artist as well, so she's technically going to do my makeup, but I also was practicing just in case to see how long it would last. Obviously I would add lashes, they would probably be a different color lip, probably a winged liner, but I've run out of liquid liner, so I couldn't do it today. But I kind of just want to do a wear test and see how it's gonna last, how it's gonna look after this duty day. I also need to apologize because my last couple of vlogs were probably so messy, like so full of wedding stuff and work and whatever mishmash of random stuff. It's just been my life since I got back. But I do want to say that I am intentionally vlogging less and less in my full uniform on the plane. Maybe you guys have noticed, I don't know. It's just, I have had it before where colleagues complained about my videos. This is years ago, obviously. And so then I was kind of forced to take down a bunch of my vlogs, and I just don't want that to happen again. My current airline is much more supportive and more like keen on the idea of us sharing that we love our jobs and stuff like that online, but I still just want to be more careful than anything. I just want to be a little bit proactive in that regard and just not put myself in the position where I might have to take down videos, if that makes sense. So yeah, if you notice any of that, that is why. Do you guys enjoy seeing my travel videos, especially if I go away for a weekend with Keegan or if I go see my family? Do you enjoy big sister kind of videos? Do you enjoy my more like chilled at home day in my life? Do you enjoy my lifestyle videos? Do you enjoy when I tell you what products I enjoy, things that work for me at work, food kind of stuff? Do you enjoy when I go out to restaurants and things like that? Just please let me know so that I can start incorporating more of that into my content. I'm trying not to overwhelm you guys too much with my wedding. I don't want you to get irritated. On TikTok though, I have made being a 2025 bride my full personality, and I'm not ashamed of it because you know what? I've only got 3 weeks left of this whole bridal era. I'm gonna make the most of it. Like I said, we're flying to George today, just the 2 legs. We're flying on a CRJ 100, and I don't think the flight is gonna be too full going down. I think I literally have like less than 10 passengers going down, but then coming back I have over 30 passengers. Hopefully I can catch up with you guys at some point and let you know how the day is going. Everything is ready. I've just been waiting for my passengers. They haven't arrived yet, but I think we're expecting only about 8 people. Whew. I'm meant to be on standby tomorrow, but as I walked into the office to sign off right now, they've already given me duty for tomorrow, which I actually prefer because the last 3 days I've been on home standby and I've been waking up at 4:30 in the morning every single day just to have a shower and like, you know, start putting my face on and everything to be somewhat ready in case I get called out, and I haven't been called out. Not once. So I would prefer to know that they're using me ahead of time so that I can just like mentally and like practically be ready and be prepared and have everything that I need good to go ahead of time and not have to rush anything. But it is just about 5 o'clock now. Keegan is going to his sister's house for a braai, and I don't think I'm going to join them because I have kind of a long day happening tomorrow. But in terms of our flights that we just did now, the first flight I only had 9 passengers. Yeah, one of them was one of my colleagues that I haven't seen in a long time. He actually just came back from contract. He was in Cape Verde, which is kind of a really cool place where we have a contract. Unfortunately, I am not rated on the aircraft that they fly on in Cape Verde. So I was very, very jealous because it looked like they got up to a lot of stuff. Like they went jet skiing and everything, and that just seems super, super fun. That first flight, I did have a tiny issue with this one family that came with their dog on board. And the thing is, at our airline, we're like super big into pet travel. We're like, if you need a dog to be transported somewhere, then usually a lot of people use our airline. That's the thing that we're most known for. The pets can be transported accompanied or unaccompanied. And if the pets are small enough, then they can also be placed in the cabin as well. But they can be placed in the cabin under certain conditions. And unfortunately, this family didn't want to listen to that. They tried to take the dog out of the carrier multiple times. And I had to tell them that is not allowed. That is not our procedure. And this is something that I literally, like, I give them the full spiel as they're boarding. Like, I stop them in their tracks and I give them the full spiel. And then after takeoff, I go to the back to unlock the toilet, and the dog is chilling on the passenger seat next to the one lady. And I was like, this can't be what we're doing. Like, we cannot do this. And she was like, oh, but we flew like a month ago and that crew let us, like that captain let us. And I was like, I'm not going to do something just because you say another crew did it on their flight. Like, I know what my procedures and my policy and my rules are, and I'm going to stick to that. And then she just wasn't listening. And at some point I was like, well, when I gave you the whole spiel up at the door, why didn't you tell me this whole thing that last month you flew and they let you have the dog next to you? Like, why did you fully agree that the dog would be in the carrier throughout the flight, you know? And then they were like, well, just ask the captain, because the last captain let us. So then I went and asked my captain, and my captain was like, no, that's a non-negotiable. And I was like, thank you, that's exactly what I just told him. But anyway, like, the dog was fine, you know? Like, yes, he was barking a little bit during takeoff, but after that he was like perfectly fine, you know? It's one of those things that I'm like, let's rather be safe, please, because even with, like, on similar vibes as with the kids, right? Like, because they want to be like, but the dog is uncomfortable, it's barking, and they're making other people uncomfortable. And I'm like, I understand, but these are the rules. And I empathize and I understand, but these are my rules, you know? And they're not my rules because this is what I feel like doing. Like, I didn't just wake up and decide to be mean to you today. Also, I would never be mean to my passengers. I'm always very respectful. But, like, it's not something that we can negotiate on. It's not something that, like, oh, one crew lets you do it today and tomorrow another crew might have something against you and not do it. It is flat out just the rule. So I don't like it when people come and say, oh, but last week I was able to do it, or my last flight I was able to do it. It's the same stuff with, like, when they come on board with big bags and they go, but my last flight they let me do it. And it's like, chances are, no, that's not true. Or maybe you are in different aircraft that allowed different things, that had a bit more space in the overhead bin and things like that. But yeah, it was just one of those things that I didn't like having to put my foot down with that, but I'm glad that I did, because they were perfectly fine. Like, once the dog calmed down, which honestly it calmed down after like 2 minutes, they were fine. So I don't like it when people make a big hoo-ha out of something when it's not, and also when there's nothing I can do. Like, the rules are the rules, you know? But yeah, otherwise that literally was the only fly in the ointment for today. Everything else was super smooth, super chill. My crew were great. I was flying with 2 captains actually today. On our way back, we were expecting like 24 passengers and then like 38 people pitched up. So I definitely didn't have enough sandwiches for everybody, but they were all so great. Like, everyone was so nice. I gave them plenty of snacks and everyone was like really happy. We had a couple of people who had a connecting flight on Turkish, and luckily our crew driver was there when we landed, so they were able to quickly rush them over into the terminal before the other passengers so that they could at least help them. They had difficulty checking into their flight on Turkish Airways,
So they also needed to like run to check in their bags and everything like that. And they were going to have like an hour and 45 minutes before that flight took off. So I'm hoping that they made it. It seems like the crew driver helped a lot by quickly racing them off. And I am now heading home. I'm going to call it an early night. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to go to the bride. The smart thing to do is get enough rest and get enough sleep, because tomorrow I have to deadhead down to Cape Town, and then I have to operate from Cape Town to Durban, which is about a 2.5-hour flight, and then back to Cape Town, and then I actually have to sleep in Cape Town tomorrow, and then I'll only be back on Monday. And Monday's flights also seem like it's going to be a very long day for me, so I'd rather get a little bit of extra rest. But for now, I've been talking for 9 minutes, so let's go home, figure out the dinner situation, wash my face off. Oh, actually, I haven't even seen. I didn't reapply makeup at all throughout the day because I didn't have time. I only put on a little bit of lip gloss like halfway through the flight coming back, but I would say that this makeup looks pretty good. It like, I didn't even have to like put more powder on or anything like that, and like you can see, like my face started getting a bit oily, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's 5 o'clock. I've been here since, what time did I get here? Like 10 a.m. this morning, and it's 5 o'clock, so that's 7 hours. So I think this makeup wore quite well, quite successfully, I've got to say. I don't know why this camera right now is like washing me out, but yeah, that is literally, my makeup looks 7 hours later. That is crazy good, in my opinion. I actually put on this makeup at about 8:30 this morning, and I left home at 9 a.m. So it's been about 8 hours with this exact makeup without a touch-up. I didn't powder anything. I didn't add anything, not even pressed powder throughout the day. This is the makeup. So I'm really happy with that. I'm gonna just do this more and more, and then I'll literally be that annoying client that tells my niece what to do the entire time she's trying to do my makeup on my wedding day.
You give me a sign, give me a sign, oh, give me a sign, baby, give me a sign, just give me one more